everybody, and welcome to day 7 of our coverage. I'm downtown here, solo mode, to take in the first screening of the day. Chloe's taking a break for at least one movie so she can spend time with her family. Totally understandable. My family is back in Penticton right now, so I don't have the same luxuries right now. But I've headed into the city to the Playhouse to check out John Candy, I Like Me, and this film actually will be out probably by the time this video's out on Amazon Prime for you to watch. So this is my 2-day early look at it, but it was produced by Renate Reinsve and directed by Colin Hanks. And as big of a heart of a Canadian that John Candy was, I expect this one to be an emotional journey. And I'm very much looking forward to it. So I will see you on the other side of that. And then after the review, Chloe will be here for our last movie of the day, Sentimental Value. Again, I should have checked the schedule. It's not at the Playhouse. It's at International Village. The fuck? So just finished my screening for John Candy, I Like Me, documentary that was done by Colin Hanks, produced by Renate Reinsve, and a beautiful doc that is now going to be going to Prime Video this week. And just a beautiful documentary in the sense that it felt like even more than 30 years after his passing in 1994, not just his family, but everyone that's connected to him has a deep miss for him, and it still feels like the loss of him is still a raw nerve, as much as it is a raw nerve for film goers that grew up with him, like me. Whether it be SCTV or Uncle Buck or Stripes or Spaceballs or all the incredible work that he did over the years, there was like a connective tissue. Uncle Buck was all of our Uncle Buck. He was all of our uncle, and we felt connected to him. And this film always remembers that connection and celebrates it beautifully, and I think it is such a great celebration of the life of John Candy, and I thought it was beautifully executed. There have been a lot of documentaries over the years, the I Am Heath Ledger, the I Am Chris Farley, all these ones that seem like a little bit more like TV produced documentaries, but this one felt a lot different. There was just a lot more weight behind it, and I think it's just because the character and the person who John Candy was is so important that a film talking about the life of him could never be anything middling. And this film is beautifully done, and really impressed with it. So I implore people to check it out. But I should be meeting up with Chloe soon for our last screening of the day, which would be Joachim Trier's Sentimental Value. So stay tuned for me to meet up with Chloe. Alrighty, back to the Playhouse after last night's Franz, and Chloe's back after the madness last night. Probably some of the craziest stuff we've seen is in that movie.
Yep. Dong, dong, dong. You missed out on John Candy, but not really of your generation, so there's probably a few movies you know him from. Home Alone.
Yeah.
And do you know Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I know of the movie, but I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, there's going to be some education on John Candy because it was a really good film. But now we're going to see Joachim Trier's new film, Sentimental Value. There is lots of good talk about it, lots of great reviews for it, lots of good chatter in line about it. So very excited for this one. So will you see you on the other side? Alrighty, just finished our last screening of day 7, which would be Joachim Trier's Sentimental Value. And I feel like this is going for a big foreign category in this year's Academy Awards, but I also think there might be too much English in it for it. So I'm wondering if it's kind of disqualifying itself. But I loved this movie largely. I think it is a interesting film that is like trying to heal, or not heal really, but to create a new story off of family trauma and estrangement trauma, and a father kind of using the only thing he knows to try to restore that trust, restore that bond. And Renate Reinsve is amazing in this film, and Stellan Skarsgård is fantastic. I also feel like Elle Fanning is just leaps and bounds a better actress every time I see her. And she's kind of a really special and pivotal role in this film. And I think it's honestly going to go down as one of the better films of 2025, in my opinion.
From a technical standpoint, this film is phenomenal. But I'm having a bit of a personal crisis. I just feel very drama fatigued. We've seen a lot of dramas this year, and they are not my typical genre. So I'm kind of at the point now where it's like I'm trying to cram more into my brain, and it's just not fitting. I couldn't really super connect with this film too much, but I understand what it was trying to say, and Jesus, I'm being attacked by trees. And yeah, I do really like the story at the heart of it, but the part that I was unfortunately most interested in was the very, very light touching on the Holocaust, because it is a German-speaking film, largely. So, again, it is a good film, but I'm kind of at the end of my rope with dramas at this point.
Alrighty, so that brings to end our 7th day at the festival. At this festival, there is going to be 3 more days beyond what we see, but day 8 will be our final day, so that is tomorrow. 3 films to finish off our VIFF 2025. Alrighty, day 8 of VIFF, the final day for the VIFF Experience this year. Chloe is sick today, so I'm doing this one alone. I'm going to abbreviate my day a little bit. I've got Jafar Pahani's new film, which won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, and the new Kelly Reichardt film that'll finish the day both at the Playhouse.
Chloe made it so far in this. It's quite the undertaking, and for her first full year in which she could attend everything, I'd say she did a damn good job, and we're very excited for next year. But let's get the day started with some Palme d'Or winning cinema. Just finished Jafar Panahi's latest film. It was just an accident. This film won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, which is the big prize. That's the big picture prize. And honestly, it was, for his films, I would say it's the most accessible film that I've ever seen the guy make. That isn't a false setup, though, because it still hits very hard. It's still dealing with the brutalities in Iran of basically torturing their own citizens, and it's a really brutal tale. Like, at the end of it, it's still as much levity as he sprinkles into this film, and he does do that quite well. There is still the crushing weight of the themes that are at work in this film, and just an incredible final moment, like one that will stick with you. And I was honestly blown away by this film, but having that award, at the opening, that that this was rewarded as the best film, there is a certain bar that it sets for itself, and I think he does a great job to not only get to that level but also excel it. So a really, really good film, and I think it's out in a handful of weeks for people to check out. So next, I'm going to finish off the festival. My viewing of the festival with Kelly Reichardt's new film, The Mastermind, that has Alana from Heim, but more importantly, it has Josh O'Connor in it. So let's finish off the festival, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for VIFF 2025 to come to an end. Back now in Coquitlam after my final movie of the Vancouver International Film Festival for the 44th annual. And that film was The Mastermind, written and directed by Kelly Reichardt, and starring Josh O'Connor and Heim's Alana, who most recently was seen in One Battle After Another, but was also in Paul Thomas Anderson's previous film to that, Licorice Pizza. And The Mastermind is basically a scheming family man that is a subtle art thief to his own detriment. So one heist goes out of control, and it basically ends up splintering his life completely and sending him on the run. And one thing this movie exudes is Josh O'Connor's absolute charm. There's something about this man that is just magnetic, and the screen, he just devours the screen every time he's on it, and I really appreciate all of his performances that he gives. But him working with Reichardt, it's like a different beast, and it makes it kind of puts Reichardt again, like in when she did Meek's Cutoff, it puts her into genre film again, because this one's got a score to it that just kind of makes the film simmer. Like it feels like the like bacon, like crisping. Like it just always seems like it's always on simmer, and you that's kind of how you sit with this movie as you're watching it, and it's complete with that, as well as the Reichardt style, the stilled long takes that we know that Reichardt loves to do. So there's just such a mix, and I really, really dug it. So I feel like Mastermind was a good movie to end our festival on. But we're not done quite yet. We have a little bit of a festival wrap up to give you before we say goodnight to VIFF 2025 and our experience of it for this year.
All right, home now from Vancouver. It's short flight to Kelowna, and I don't know. It was a really great time, and it sucks to miss the last few days and some of the big hitters there, like Jay Kelly and Wake Up Dead Men, the Knives Out mystery, or the new Bradley Cooper film that was late addition to the festival. Like, that sucks, but
Yeah.
we saw a lot of great
Yes.
films, and um, ones that to really chew on after you've seen it, plus some just wild and out there things, some really funny things. Just a really good time
Yeah.
over the last 8 days for us at the festival. And there was, I don't know, I think the tally for you is like 23 or 24 or something like that. The one for me is about 28, I think. So it was a lot to cram in the
Yeah.
brain. And for you, definitely, it was a lot coming at you. So how do you think you fared in this festival?
I think I did better than last year. I mean, obviously, I was around for more this year. I was able to attend more and stay out for the entire days that we were. Um, but I was in a significant amount of pain for the first like 3 or 4 days. I like tore all the muscles in my legs. So like from like running or speed walking and then sitting, it's just sitting in agonizing pain. Near the end, like the last couple days, it got better and it was more manageable, but holy hell, I literally felt like I was being tortured. Um at your hand. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it also coincidentally lands on the day this episode comes out. It's your birthday, so happy birthday! I tore the crap out of your legs
yeah,
by dragging you
thanks.
around downtown.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm still recovering
yeah.
physically and mentally. So
Well, it was a frantic beginning to our
yeah,
festival. I mean, going from Christie to International Village, but the greatest thing is that all of all of our travels to different movies, everything always worked out. As pass
yeah,
holders, as media pass holders, we were always getting a seat.
yeah.
So
We,
I have
we, we
no
weren't ever
gripe.
not able to get into anything or even
Exactly.
separate. So
And all the screenings generally started on time, if
yeah,
not early. Sometimes
hmm
maybe a couple of minutes early, or if it was going to be late, it wouldn't be more than 5 minutes, I would
five
say.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, so that was really, really good. And I don't know, from what I could see, the festival went smoothly. And just another great experience. But I thought it would be fun to throw around our top three from the festival, and from 3 to 1. So I am going to kick it off with Mile End Kicks, a film that I saw before the festival started. This is based on Chandler Levesque's life and her internship. at Spin Magazine, moving to Montreal. The whole gig that Barbie Ferreira goes through in the movie, that was Chandler Levac's life, and I think I love her pop cultural stories that she likes to tell, that feel so very close to her heart, and her writing tendencies are also really close to my heart too, because I feel connected to her movies really early into watching them.
My number three is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. I didn't know anything about this film going into it, which is usually the case with VIFF films. Um, but it was hilarious, first of all, and obviously. But it's also just a really great love letter to Canada. And, being a pretty patriotic Canadian, I really, really enjoyed that. Just getting to like see Toronto through this lens, and the interactions that they have with Canadians just on the streets. Um, yeah, like everything about this movie just kind of blew me away, and really, I don't know, it just really hit pretty close to home for me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. My number two of the festival, and it was within the first 3 days seeing this one, is Nouvelle Vague, a film that is not only is it obviously going to be a favorite for me because it's a film about filmmaking, but I love all the performances in the film. I really love how Wes Anderson title card driven that it is,
Yeah.
and introducing all of these now legends at times that they were struggling creators and stuff, and newly celebrated geniuses, and seeing Godard go from a critic in a screening shitting on a movie
Yeah.
to making his own movie where he looks like he haphazardly doesn't really give a shit about it,
Yeah.
and that he's just driven by being a standoffish dick about it. And I really love it. And as part of for the festival, a two punch from Linklater over 2 days. So that one will definitely stick with me.
My number two is No Other Choice by Park Chan-wook is the director. Yeah. So Korean film, and it's both horrifying and hilarious at the same time, and in the same amounts. And I kind of knew going into this film that I was going to like it, um, but I didn't think that I was going to like it as much as I did. Um, it just, I can't even explain the comedy simply because it's just absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that are funny are things that shouldn't be funny. And I think that's why I like it so much.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of like pushes a little bit in that regard. And all the characters are just extremely likable. And I do like the autistic representation that is there, but also isn't really spoken about. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, that's the way she is.
Yeah.
And I kind of appreciate that.
The normalcy of it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like that's how it is.
mm-hmm.
That's how she is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, number ones, and this one, you just kind of wrestle with, because I mean, between all, because no other choice is in this battle as well, of a top even four films, but just for the sheer amount of fun I had in theaters with it, even though we had probably the shittiest seats of our entire VIFF experience, I really don't like the Rio Theater's balcony. I don't think that I don't think the level grading is correct in it, and it was very hard to see. But Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is such a great experience, and like you said, a thoroughly Canadian experience, a love letter to Toronto and the struggling indie rock scene, just for
Yeah.
the sheer fact of we have a show at the Rivoli that we're promoting that we don't have.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if they have songs.
I don't think they
I
do.
don't think they do. And it's just such a wild ride that also has nostalgia for old blockbuster films.
Yeah.
It is incredibly funny. Even using like cancel culture and culture
Yeah.
shift as a joke. Even as short as it kind of is since 2008.
Yeah.
So it's
The
like
world has changed a lot
the
since
world
then.
has
And
changed
yeah.
in leaps and bounds. So like there's some really, really great stuff there. I already love Matt Johnson for a long time through his filmmaking because all of his films are absolutely fantastic and must see. Everything he's done is so must see. But now I really, really love Jay McCarroll a lot too, because I think he's hysterically funny, and as a tandem, they're so great. So that's my number one for sure.
My number one is more of a serious note. It is the French film Young Mothers. It is the only film of the festival this year to get a physical reaction out of me. It's the only film that I cried at. Um, and I just think it's really beautifully told through the eyes of these four young mothers, ranging between the ages of, I believe, 14 to 18. Um, yeah, like it was just every every girl's story was just so personal, and there's also just elements in everyone's story that you can relate to, and you can kind of understand the thought process and like the emotions that they're going through. And I think it's just a really beautifully done film.
Awesome. You've been Dardansed.
Yep,
Yeah, the Dardans brothers.
they got me.
Yeah. So now as a filmmaker, it's kind of like Ken Loach was for me, where like I was seriously affected by one of his films, and I was like, oh, this is a filmmaker I'm gonna look out for. So now at every VIFF, you'll probably be looking for these guys' names on
Yeah.
films, right? So really, really great and affecting stuff. Yeah, that's a really good one. Uh, I just want to bring at least one wild card before we get out of here for our coverage for the year. And my wild card is Agnieszka Holland's Franz, a film that I honestly really didn't expect. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect when you make a biopic about a creator like Franz Kafka, and just who it represents an entire mood. Like the tagline for this film is "I'm just looking for I'm just a cage looking for a bird." And it's just it's a wild film, and the way it plays with modern surrealism too, I think is so brilliant. Holland's a filmmaker that's been working for decades now. I think her first work was in the 70s, and she even did The Secret Garden in 1993. And I don't know if it was it was a Warner Brothers film, but I don't know if it was British money. But yeah, just a really interesting filmmaker who made Green Border, a refugee film, as their last film. And I don't know, I think this is the best film that I've seen from her. I really, really dug Franz a lot.
My surprise, which isn't as art housey as Franz was, but it was Christie, which was our first film of the festival. And more specifically, what I was surprised by was Sydney Sweeney's performance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know anything about Christy Martin, um, but I this means nothing coming from me, but I do feel like the film portrayed her well and as a person, because there are points in the film where you kind of don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like when she's saying to the media, like, "Oh, I'm not doing this for women. I'm not doing this because of feminism."
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Mm-hmm. And that's the way she really was, right? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and like with all the controversy around Sydney Sweeney right now, I was surprised to see her play a butch gay woman.
Mm-hmm.
But it was refreshing, and I think that she really, really nailed it. And the actor that played her husband, I can't remember his name.
It's Ben Foster.
Ben Foster, yeah, he's scary in this, and he really adds that edge
Mm-hmm.
in the film that turns it into almost a thriller. And this film just kind of hit all the notes that I'm looking for in a film, really, that isn't specifically horror.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, so that was definitely a good one. And you picked the one with the most Walking Dead actors in it.
Yes, that's another thing. That's another thing. There was three Walking Dead actors in it, and I mean, this is my bias coming through. But
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But that ends the year for us for VIFF, the 44th one, 45 on the horizon for 2026. Of course, we are psyched for that one already. Even as we heal and rest, we salivate for more. Just that feeling of being an audience at VIFF.
yeah,
It's my only film festival I've ever been to. And I know it's the only one you've ever been to. And it's just being in an audience of people that care about movies is really, really great. And it makes you feel creative as well in your own brain.
makes you feel smarter than you actually are.
Yeah, there we go. It gives you the air of superiority. So
Yeah.
until VIFF 45, the VIFF experience is closed for the year. But we'll be back at it on What the Hell Should I Watch starting on October 24th. So stick around for that.
Okay, let's go.